All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Friday fancy serial number lookout here. So yeah, we're gonna deep dive into the last, I'd say, 24 hours of activity on eBay. Um, Coming from the paper money world, one of the biggest things, biggest trends in the hobby is looking for fancy serial numbers. And boy, oh boy, has this thing exploded just in the last 6 months. It used to be that I needed about 5 days of sales activity to cobble enough information together for a fancy serial number type video. Now we're at 12 to 24 hours. Like lickety split, ta-da, bam. That's where we're at. It has grown to epic proportions. Um, so thank you. If this is your first time here, you guys are going to be blessed with some serious knowledge of some of these notes that people are finding. And what I like about this is that you don't need to grade any of this stuff. You know, take a picture of it, sell it on eBay, put it up there for buy it now or like a 5 7 day auction. Couldn't be simpler, and they make it seem so simple. It's incredible. Um, but this is something that I have had a lot more passion of doing. I'd say ever since we interviewed Kingdom Currency, one of the biggest eBay sellers of fancy serial numbers. He even has his own YouTube channel. He's on Facebook. He has a membership service where he teaches folks what to look for, how to sell these, in a way to make it a business. And believe me, when I say this, there's plenty to go around, folks. Because the BEP is constantly printing these every single month. All right, so there's no shortage. There's new blocks. There's new fancies to look for. It's incredible. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Quick little note on the eBay had done a little modification here recently, where all the sold listings, when I show it to you, now there's a gray sold banner right here on the bottom right corner of the photo, which I think is really cool. It helps me out because that means it doesn't force you guys to go back and audit my information by going to eBay auction archives. That's what I was trying to say. So that certainly helps. So yeah, I mean, pretty cool. So we have here, which is a true binary star note on a 1976 $2 bill. It's a 4 digit too. You could consider it to be a low fancy serial number. One of my favorite things about this listing is that this seller put all of the relevant keywords right in the listing title, because when you put these in there, these are essentially tags. They're search words. There's some of the more popular types of words that people type into eBay. They type into Google, Yahoo, and it all brings you to the listings. So if you have the right keywords in the listing, you're going to have a lot of success doing this. So we have an $89.99 sale. I'm not going to include shipping in any of these, just to let you guys know, but please understand that that is part of the cost of ownership for these notes. So there we go. That's a little close up of the serial number. Star, true binary, of course, is zeros and ones. One of the more popular selling note types for fancies. And it's a low serial number. Again, anything with 4 leading zeros or more is considered low. It didn't used to be 4 leading zeros. Back as recently as 5 years ago, a lot of your hardcore fancy collectors wanted to see 5 leading zeros, but the game's kind of changed. With more new people coming into the hobby, new collectors, that they are looking for things like this. So again, the note's not the prettiest circulation wear. A little bit of an ink smear splotch right there. That is not an error. And still a rather nice $90 sale to kick things off there. Another true binary, a $20 bill this time. How about 150 bucks for this one? Nice sale there. And it's a star note. All right, so pretty cool, pretty neat. Pretty well circulated. It's a 2017 Series 20, showing six of a kind zeros with a couple of ones in there. So again, true binary, and it's a star. So that is quite neat. $150 sale right there. Again, for some of the more expensive, the more valuable notes, sometimes the high denomination of the bill itself, it really doesn't hurt it too badly, which is good. But you guys need to keep in mind that it's always better to find these type of notes on ones, twos, and fives because your cost of ownership is a lot less. Um, you'd be making more money if this was a dollar bill on this true binary. You'd be profiting 140 bucks instead of maybe a 120. So something to keep in mind. But at the end of the day, would you really toss this back? No. Yeah, you would keep it. You would sell it. So there's two avenues: keep it, sell it. Next one that we have here is a 2003A $1 bill. Hello, nice little binary serial number here on this one, and buy it now sale. $53.99. The big reason why you would sell these as a buy it now listing is it price protects. If you have value into the note, maybe you bought the note as a collectible, as a fancy serial number, and you paid a decent amount of money, and then now you're at a point where it's like time to move it. I need the money, pay bills, to put food on the table, or to buy other notes. Then you'll price protect it by using a buy it now listing. Usually, the reason why that you would want to start a 5 or 7 day organic auction, maybe you start the bill out at like $5 or $1 or something, is that you own it for face value. All right, so anything above and beyond the face value amount of the note is going to be pure profit in your pocket. Very attractive serial number. I love how four of the eights are grouped together to kind of end the serial number. Very attractive note. I don't see much in the way of circulation wear. This thing looks crackling fresh. You're going to hear me say that a lot more for notes that are crisp, uncirculated. Um, so good one there. So this one right here is a very well soiled. I'm not going to say that that's a blood smear on there, although it looks like it. 2009 $1 bill with seven of a kind fives on there. This one ended up selling for $20.50 with seven bids. 20x your face right here. I mean, I would still take it. It's the again, not the prettiest. Um, Folks that collect these, some don't care, but a lot of them do care about stains. Stains are always a big thing on paper money. And traditionally, to preserve the paper quality of the note, you would never want to wash these or do anything of that sort, because that will be more detrimental to the value of the note and the integrity of the paper. The thing is going to be flimsy. All right, so not too bad for a note with some problems. $20.50. The next one here, very nice. 2009 Series 1, or Ace. So I'm going to allude to ones as aces and twos as deuces. So this ace right here has seven in a row threes. So it's almost a solid. This one sold for $51.01, 15 bids. And this one has some circ wear on it. As you can see there, it's got some folds and wrinkles and things of that nature on there. So, yeah, pretty nice sale. I don't have a problem with that. Threes are one of the least popular single numbers in collecting. Same with fours and sixes for the most part. And, you can kind of throw nines in there. People still do like nines, but very rarely do you see a solid nine because, beyond 96 million in the actual print block, those are held back by the BEP. All right, so good one there. Next one that we have here, this time around, we have a 2006 Ace, a low serial number 308. So here's where you have the five leading zeros. Very well circulated note. This one ended up picking up $30.25 with 16 bids. I have found quite a fair share amount of low serial numbers like this with 5 leading zeros. They're not as rare as you think. If you pick up, and usually when you go and hunt for these things at the bank, you want to pick up large chunks of bills. You want to pick up 1,000 in ones, 500 in ones, 5 grand in ones. The larger the amount, the better your odds are finding some of these cool serial numbers. This one right here, bottom left corner, has a paper pull, which eats into the overall condition of the note and therefore affects the value. Otherwise, it probably would have been more like a $50 sale. There you go. Pretty nice. And there's your back of note. All right, so $30.25. Really cool one here. This is actually a Trinary consecutive set. 4 $2 bills, 2017 A series. $144.52, 29 bits, but check that out. The first 5 numbers are all the same. The last 3 are solid. So you got 111, 222, 333, 444 on each one of the notes. And that's how they play on the consecutive part of it, even though it's not really consecutive, the last digit or whatever, because these are all, a lot more than just one digit off from each other. But very nice, crackling fresh notes. These look like they came straight out of a BEP pack. One of my favorite designs too. Good old $2 bill. So nice sale there. Putting in about $38 a note. All right, so nice pricey pieces there. Here is a 2017 Ace with another low serial number, serial number 915, and 5 of a kind zeros. So this one's a $23.95 pickup, 27 bids. There you go, 915, showing some wear. Not too bad. It does have a distinguishing centerfold on there. So we do have that one there, not too bad. Here is number one. The pictures are out of focus because the lens are dirty on the smartphone or camera that this person used. The incomplete titling of it, it just says fancy serial number binary sevens. Fails to mention that this is a 7 of a kind. All right, it doesn't mention the note, series date, anything like that. So it could use a little bit more help. It did still sell for $45, 23 bids. But you'll see on this one that it has 7 sevens, one of the more popular single digits because of its status as being lucky to a lot of folks. So again, see how it's kind of like fuzzy. It has kind of like that white ghostly appearance to it. That is like a fingerprint or a smudge on the camera lens is how that one's created. So pretty decent sale there. Again, very nice circulated note. Here's a binary on this 2017 A Ace, and we have ones and twos on this one. So $15, very small sale there, 8 bids. Sold by Ronald, one of the big fancy serial number currency guys on the net. And this one, crackling fresh, I would say. Well, maybe not. It's got a little circulation wear, probably more XF condition on this one. $15 this time around. 1985, a little bit older design note, the small head Hamilton 10. And we have 7 in a row ones. Okay, so now we're talking one of the more popular single numbers. $103.73 with 37 bids. And this is actually a very pretty note. I like this one. It's just got just enough circulation wear, but nothing like too crazy where this thing looks like it's falling apart on itself. So that was a really good sale on that. So it's 10x your money again. The high denomination will certainly play into the net profit of these things. Here's a 2017 A $5 bill with a binary repeater. So it's 4400 on the serial number. So binary is any 2 numbers. It's a untraditional binary is what I call it. $48, 26 bids, again from Ronald, and pretty nice looking one here. The only thing that would make this one even more special is instead of fours, if there were fives, because it's a $5 bill. But very attractive binary repeater. I just like the overall look of the serial number on this one as being a very attractive to the eye type of fancy. Coming up next here, yeah, this one. I mean, you could say it's a trinary, which it is, but most importantly, it's a six in a row threes. And this one, the 2017 A Ace, $19.50, 19 bids. Good looking note. Having all of one number grouped together without any interrupters is fantastic. And again, that's something that people like to see that collect into these. Uh, 5 years ago, this note you couldn't even sell for above face value. But, times have changed. And this represents kind of like that open door, foot in the door type of note, where you get to enjoy some really nice made for liars poker type of notes, which is something I hear a lot. It's like you're gonna have a hard time winning against something like that with all those threes on there, and so people do buy some crazy fancies specifically for a game of liars poker and some drinking. Next one that we have here, our first super high denomination $100 bill, quad repeater trinary. So it reads 4979 4979 on this 2013 C note. Someone picked this one up for $130. It seems like a lot of money, but again, take into consideration the high denomination on it cuts into your profit. So in reality, the gross profit is $30, and then you got to back out shipping, you got to back out the 13% fees for eBay, and you're probably going to profit about $10 on this note. It doesn't seem like a lot, but you're going to get your $100 bill back and then a little bit more. Good looking note. I mean, I have no problems with this one. Attractive serial number, repeaters. They're low end type of fancies, so they don't traditionally command that big of a market, even on a dollar bill. Next one that we have here is another trinary. Kind of cool. Everything's grouped together, $25, and it's crazy that this one sells for 25, while others that are just like much more impressive have sold for less than this. So you have five, sixes, and sevens, and they're all kind of grouped together except for that first six there. It seemed a little out of place. There's the My Currency Collection Coolness Index, so you can certainly add that to your listings. Again, circulated note, so nothing too crazy. Again, very eye appealing type of serial number, albeit kind of like on the low end. So definitely put that type of note up as a buy it now, and just kind of milk it for what it is. 2013 Ace, featuring with what I call millions serial numbers. So that's when you have all zeros. This one is not the most impressive millions because it does begin with a zero. If it was, say, 67 and then six zeros, that would be worth a lot more. However, $16.25 with 8 bids was your ultimate sale price on this one. All right, so yeah, quite attractive on there. Again, a little bit of circulation wear, nice hard fold right down the middle. But overall, the bill looks like it was placed between a few very heavy books, and it's got some nice body to it. So we got like 6 notes left. Here is a hybrid super repeater, sort of. So it reads 40484840. All right. So what do they call this thing? Well, it's a trinary, number one. Number two, you have every other number being a four, and then you have zeros and eights in there. Kind of crazy. Not a super sale here. $5, couple bids, and the note itself is pretty well circulated, as you can see right there. Next one that we have here, our first true radar. This one reads the same way through the first four numbers as it does the back half of the serial number 04211240. $39, and that's a minimum bid. So the person wanted at the very least $39, and someone bid on it. So congratulations to the seller. Because again, much like four-digit repeaters, radars are kind of on the lower echelon of currency collecting fancies. On a $20 bill, which is unfortunate. Kind of wish to see this on like a dollar bill, two or five. But what you gonna do? Profit's gonna be around $10 on that one, so nothing too crazy, but it's better than nothing. Probably the steal of the day has to be this 2017 Ace featuring six of a kind nines and a couple zeros in there. $23.27. I've seen similar notes with zeros and nines selling that $40 to $50 range, and this one couldn't quite get there. So you can see again, pretty well circulated. It always has that hard centerfold in there. You can just kind of take it for what it is, at that point. The next one that we have here is going to be another attractive one. Very strong bidding on this 2009 20. $44.99. That's about a $15 profit by the time it's all said and done. So you have five ones, three fours. And they're all grouped together, which makes it much more eye appealing compared to some of the other binaries that you see because all of the numbers are grouped respectively. $20 bill. This one has seen a fair amount of usage in commerce today. Let's see, we've got some teller staining on there. Let's see, next one here. This is a accepted offer. Again, another radar. 2741-1472. Another $20 bill. This one is a 2013 20. Let's go ahead and do a little quick copy and paste here. We'll find out how much this one sold for by using 130point.com. But real quick, again, just an average circulated VF level type of note here. And there are buyers for such notes. Again, you want to see that on dollar bills and not necessarily 20s. All right, so 130 point, we're going to do a quick copy and paste of the listing title. And let us see where this one sold. $40. That's not too bad. 40. I'll gladly take $40. I'll probably make $10 on the sale, which is the average there. Next one that we have here, another buy it now best offer. So let's go ahead and copy paste. This time a 2017 Ace with seven ones, so seven of a kind ones on this one, and quite a circulated piece. All right, that's as big as it blows up, and the reverse of the note. So back to 130 point. So we're going to copy and paste this here. Original asked $80, ended up selling for 45. Pretty good, pretty good. Initial investment only $1, so the profit is much higher, much more serious, I guess. And the final note for the week, the biggest one in my estimation, is this binary low serial number. Buy it now, best offer option here on this one. Features a serial number of 333. How cool is that? So binary, low digit, solid threes, and the note's in decent shape. High-end VF, so VF 35-ish, with exceptional paper quality on this one. And no staining, which is important. So let's go ahead and see where we sold this one for here. And then I'm going to cut you guys loose because I am about ready to jump onto a Whatnot auction. It's a benefit auction tonight for Mr. Nathaniel Neal, who lost his art studio. It's how he made a living. Lost all of his artwork that spanned over a decade, along with all of the prints and stuff that he had made. So he lost tens of thousands of dollars. And we bought some of his artwork, and I wanted to take the opportunity to give back a little bit to help him get back on his feet. Fortunately, his home is preserved, but he lost everything. So it's almost like starting from scratch. Anyways, $166 was the sale price on the 333 low. Big sale on a $20 bill. Again, that's a similar price that you would expect on even a $1 bill. All right, so If you guys are interested, I will have the link down below to my Whatnot auction that's going to be running probably by the time this is uploaded. It's going to be 15, 20 minutes. By the time I got off this one, there's 40 minutes remaining. So hopefully I'll see you guys there, and let's rally around Mr. Neil and help him get back on his feet because he deserves it. A lot of people lost their homes and their loved ones in the fires in Lahaina, and I wish I could help everyone. We did do a benefit auction for the Maui Fund a few weeks ago, and then now this one is targeted for a friend that we know. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys take care of yourself. Enjoy the hobby. Go out to the bank. Go ahead and grab yourself some packs of ones, twos, or fives. Whatever floats your boat. And then have fun, man. People are making boatloads of money doing this. And they're having a good time, too. All right. So I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. All right. Take care.